Hello and welcome back to more Life with Luke. Today I shall be telling you one way to get through your days. This is for those occasions where you just don't feel like having days. It's what I like to call AutoPilot. Throughout this video you may hear many helicopters like the one outside because there are fires on our mountains. On all of the mountains. It's insane. It's scary insane. Yesterday I was sitting at my office and I looked out the window and it was like, what an interesting smell. Not 10 minutes later, it was misty with smoke.
That's insane.
And it was raining ash, drizzling ash. There was couples of ash. Just One of the easiest examples I can give of AutoPilot would be my morning routine. And that's how my day begins, all in the space of half an hour. So yes, that's one example of AutoPilot, because from the moment I wake up, I don't actually wake up. I pretty much just go through the day like in a zombie state. That is the whole point of AutoPilot. It's so that you can relax and just chill while things happen around you as they're supposed to. Another example was when I was back at school. There were multiple ways I would do this. The first one, it may seem like a lot of effort because we had 2 timetables, one for every second week. So we have an A timetable and a B timetable. And then there'd be the A timetable week 1, the B timetable week 2, because just I don't know why. But I would memorize these timetables. It would take me about 2 weeks because every day, it's I would go through the day and then I would have it in my mind. And then I could just walk through going to all the different classes. And that is another way I would AutoPilot. I would know the timetable. So when the bell rang, start packing up my stuff, and then I would just walk out. And then I would know exactly where I'm going. So my brain could just take me to the next class. And with that, also with writing stuff off the board and taking notes and all that, I could also do that on AutoPilot. My brain would just absorb what was going on in front of me. And what was in front of me would go down on the page. It was insane. And awesome. Because then I'd have all my notes. And I was listening in class, so it was subconsciously already working its way into my brain. And then if I read through the notes, I would just remember the class. Because I would just be like... Warning! Teachers may think that you're daydreaming if you just stare at them and you're on AutoPilot.
So today we're going to be looking at the angiosperms, flower plants. In higher order plants such as angiosperms, the diploid, sporophyte generation, the dominant generation, and is represented by the adult flower. Are you listening or are you daydreaming again, Luke? Stop it and focus on me. What did I just say?
Sorry. With this comes an AutoPilot trick that I have no idea how to teach, but you can sort of pick it up yourself. Daydreaming on a target, not just any target, a moving target. What would happen is you would lock your eyes to the teacher when they are teaching, but make sure that they will be teaching for quite a while, so that they don't go sit down and you're still just like... That gives it away! What you would do, you would pick your target and you would add slight nods in your daydreams. And if notes need to be taken down, just have your paper and your pen and you'd be like, oh. Yay! Yeah. We'd get that. There are also a couple exceptions with AutoPilot, which it's kind of the flaws of AutoPilot. It's kind of when your brain registers that it needs to snap out of AutoPilot, but it doesn't really need to. And then you're left in this awkward place. It is the most awkward. Times like when teachers walk past and they acknowledge your presence. Oh my gosh. There have been so many times where I just said sup to a teacher. Like, holy crap. Who says sup to a teacher? No one. Oh my gosh. And every time would be like, oh, that just happened. Ooh. Ooh. Sup? Yeah, another corridor one is when your brain registers someone you know down the other side of the corridor and your brain snaps out of it. And then you have the whole corridor to contemplate. The person's seen me, I've seen them, we've not acknowledged each other yet. When do we acknowledge each other? When do we give the little head? Or just a hey? Because it's not be too far. So vocalizing anything would be too soft, and we don't want to shout across the corridors. And we don't want to do like a head thing because we can't subtly go, it looks stupid because they're far. So you want to just be like, yo. That's weird. Plus, you're trying to be chill. You're trying to have a chill that you don't need all the exercise of yo. And don't vocalize the yo either. It's just like, it's implied. The yo is implied. And oh my gosh, with that, it's just like they there, you here, there's A and there's B, and we're gonna pass each other at C. So what do we do until C? Do we look away? Do we look at the wall and like, oh, that didn't happen, we didn't see each other, and then crawl into a cringe ball? Oh my gosh, no. Or do we, I haven't figured this one out. This one's up to you. If you have the answer, please let me know. Please let me know down in the comments if you have the answer. This is like maths equations, but life. This is intense. This is so intense. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below telling me some awkward situations, and I can maybe address them in a future video, giving you help like AutoPilot. I have taught you the world's greatest coping mechanism. You just, and your brain just wheeze. Thanks again. Check you later. In here, I don't know when I started saying sup. I don't know what started it, but sup is the thing. And here in South Africa, I could just be saying juice to a bunch of people, which is also why I say greens to people, except I don't say greens, because in Afrikaans we get groente and groente. Groente is green. I say groente to people and they're like,